Hello everyone. In today's video I will go over an atlas tree that works well when you just want to use an alchemy orb and run maps. The mechanics that we will invest points into are essences to craft with, or you can sell them, strongboxes for the potential good strongboxes. Harbingers have the potential to drop very valuable currency, for example, fractured orbs or even a mirror. Expedition basically gives you everything, crafting, currency, etc. Harvest for crafting, or if you want to sell the lifeforce, and Searing Exarch for Eldritch currency and the possibility for good altars to spawn. So let's start with essences. I start with taking prolific essence. Your maps contain an additional essence to guarantee essences on our maps. Crystal resonance. Monsters imprisoned by a shrieking essence in your maps will be duplicated when released. Corrupting imprisoned monsters in your maps cannot release them. Crystal lattice. Imprisoned monsters in your maps have 15% chance to have 3 additional essences. And the last essence node would be amplified energies. Essences found in your maps are a tier higher. The Strongbox nodes are twice tempted. Your maps contain an additional Strongbox. Tamper-proof. Strongboxes in your maps are corrupted. Strongboxes in your maps are at least rare. Secret operations. Strongboxes in your maps have 6% chance to be an operative strongbox. Operative strongboxes contain scarabs. Vault of Mysteries. Divination cards from strongboxes in your maps are duplicated. And the small notes here. Diviner strongbox chance. Strongboxes in your maps have 30% increased chance to be a Diviner's Strongbox. Backup case. Currency items from Strongboxes in your maps are duplicated. Arcanist Strongbox chance. Strongboxes in your maps have 30% increased chance to be an Arcanist Strongbox. For those of you who don't know what an Arcanist Strongbox is, a Arcanist Strongbox drops regular currency, like for example, Chaos Orbs, Alchemy or something like that. The next league mechanic that I invested points into is Harbingers, Ominous Arrival. Your maps contain an additional Harbinger. Pretty easy, we guarantee a Harbinger on all maps. Unspeakable Offensive. Harbingers in your maps have 60% increased cooldown recovery rate. Currency shards dropped by Harbingers in your maps can drop currency items instead. And of course, First Wave. Harbingers in your maps have 25% chance to be replaced by a powerful Harbinger boss. Okay, let's come to the next mechanic. Harvest. Bumper Crop. The Sacred Grove in your maps has 50% chance to contain an additional harvest. Bountiful Harvest. Harvest monsters in your maps grant 200% increased experience. Harvest plants in your maps have 10% chance to spawn an additional monster. Doubling Season. Lifeforce drop by a harvest. Monsters in your maps has 10% chance to be duplicated. And Heart of the Grove. Harvest crops in your maps have 60% increased chance to contain a tier 4 plant. Harvests in your maps have 10% chance for the unchosen crop to not wilt. Okay, and the next mechanic that I invested points into is Expedition. Ancient Writings. Remnants in your maps have 30% chance to have an additional suffix modifier. Expeditions in your maps have +2 remnants. Distinguished Demolitionist. 35% increased explosive radius in your maps. 20% increased number of explosives in your maps. Buried Knowledge. 50% increased quantity of expedition logbooks dropped by runic monsters in your maps. Your maps contain 20% increased number of runic monster markers. And the last big mechanic that I invested point is into, of course, Searing Exarch. Wrath of the Cosmos. Eldritch altars influenced by the Searing Exarch have 50% chance to have an additional upside. Eldritch altars influenced by the Searing Exarch, which have an additional upside, have 100% increased effect of downside. Word of the Exarch. Eldritch embers found in your maps influenced by the Searing Exarch have 10% chance to be duplicated. Monster packs influenced by the Searing Exarch in your maps have 2% chance to contain an additional possessing flame wraith. And the last Searing Exarch node, the Light of Dawn. 50% chance to spawn a Searing Exarch altar when the influence of the Searing Exarch first appears in your maps. Another big note that I took is Stream of Consciousness. I took this note because we are not guaranteeing Expedition or Harvest through either the map device, sextons, or scarabs. So I wanted to increase our chance of getting the mechanic in our maps. Stream of Consciousness. Your maps cannot be modified by fragments other than divine vessels. Your maps have 50% more base chance to contain extra content. I also wrote away mechanics that I don't want to see on my maps, which also increases the chance that we get Expedition or Harvest. I rolled away Heist, Metamorph, Delirium, Light, Ritual, Legion, Abyss, and Breach. If you like any of those mechanics, you can just not invest a point. Right, enough theory talk, let me show you some actual gameplay. As you can see, this is just a regular tier 16 channel map without any quality on it, and we're running the Searing Exarch.
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana is gone.
Orb of alchemy. Orb of alchemy. Divine orb. Such grace is seldom seen in this world of the damned.
I'm not up to that just yet. My mana is gone.
Divine orb. Divine orb. Seldom such grace is seldom seen in this world of the damned. Orb of alchemy.
Local, need your aid. Itching for me to lose another limb, are ya?
Divine orb. Such grace is seldom seen in this world of alchemy. Orb of alchemy. Orb of alchemy. Orb of alchemy.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Orb of alchemy.
My mana is gone.
Orb of alchemy. Orb of alchemy.
Alright, that's the loot that we got. A few essences, some currency for 2 yen. Unfortunately, we didn't get a harvest, but that's to be expected. Sometimes you get a harvest, sometimes you don't. Same goes for expedition. I think overall this was a pretty good run. Alright, that concludes the video. Thank you for watching it until the end. I hope you have a lot of fun with this tree. Bye!